So our product was the cookbook, and so what we worked on throughout the whole semester was doing the cookbook, and our final product is the finished cookbook. And so this is just an example. You can't really see it, but this is an example of what it looks like right here. Yeah, so there's everything in there, and before in our project, our deadlines, what we wanted to have done by this week was our finished cookbook, and we completed that. So I thought we followed our instructions very well, and we made our deadlines. And something that we kind of changed was that I think by now we wanted to have a final actual printout of our cookbook, but we weren't able to do that because it took a lot of time for us to figure out the layout of everything, and it was really difficult to figure that out, and we had to work a lot with the fonts and the pictures. And a main challenge for me was that I would work on my iPad and then I would try to send it to my computer, but the pages wouldn't accept it or something. So when I would try to put it together, the pages would kind of like mess everything up, and it would just not be in the order I wanted it to be in. So that was a really big problem for me, and it took me a long time to figure out how to fix that and adjust everything so that it would work well. And then the 4 main courses really fit into this well, which I thought was pretty cool because the math, we had to use math for measuring out the ingredients, and when we tested them, we had to make sure we knew how much of something to use and make sure we got all our ingredients right. And then the science, we kind of actually added pieces of science into our cookbook. So like, this is an example of what a page would look like. We would put it after the recipe that it mixes with. So like, this is about the acid in tomatoes and how it can affect you. And that was like how the science portion fit in. And we have other pages of science in here. And at the end we have a science portion that just talks about overall science related to food. And then the history fit in because we have like an example would be, I had family recipes, and what I did was I asked my grandma if she could give me some pictures and stories behind the recipes. So this is an example of what the story behind a recipe would look like, and that's kind of how history tied into our cookbook itself also. And then for English English, we drafted out a lot of emails. We were talking to our community partner, and we were working with him well, and he helped us a lot during this this experience and making this. So that was really how English fit into it. And yeah, I think we did really good. And by the end of this, I want to send this out to FedEx or Kinko's and print out copies of it, and I think it'll be really nice, and I will have that done by the marketplace time. And for the marketplace, we are going to have examples of food that we cooked, and we're going to bring taste tests, and we're going to have and we're going to start working on our presentation and